What is an appraisal gap guarantee and how are buyers using it to increase the chances of getting an accepted contract? Hey everybody, I'm Greg with eXp Realty. Today I'm going to talk about what appraisal gap guarantee is and how are buyers using them. So to make things real simple, an appraisal gap guarantee is just when the buyer is guaranteeing that they will cover the gap between their offer amount and how much the home actually appraises for, to either cover the whole thing or to cover part of it. So to give you an example, to use easy math, let's say that the seller lists their home for $100,000 and they list it for $100,000 because that's what the home is worth after looking at the comps. It's worth $100,000. It would probably appraise for $100,000. Because we're here in May of 2023, things are even more competitive now than they were even this time last year or the year prior. So we're seeing almost every deal that comes over with an appraisal gap guarantee. So if the home is listed for $100,000 and the buyer says, "Hey, I'm going to give you an offer for $120,000," that may look like the best deal for the sellers because the other deals might be around the $110,000 range. So they're looking at the 110 saying, "Wow, that's great. There's only one problem." The chances are that the appraiser, when doing the appraisal, is going to cut the value of it down to where it should be, which is $100,000. So the sellers know this. So now your $120,000 offer doesn't really look that much better than one that might be $105,000. So what buyers are doing is they're saying, "I'll give you an offer for $120,000, but I will cover the difference between where the my offer amount is and how much the home appraises for." So if the home appraises for $100,000 and they're offering that $20,000 difference, the buyer's going to be coming into closing with that extra $20,000. The reason why is because when the appraisal is ordered, it's ordered by the mortgage company. When the appraisal is done and the value comes in at $100,000, that's the value that the lender is going to use for which to base their loan on. So if somebody is putting down 5% on a loan and the home appraises for $100,000, well then their loan is going to be at $95,000. They don't care if they offered $120, they're going off of the $100,000. So that difference would need to be absorbed by the buyer. I haven't seen any blanket appraisal gap guarantees where they just say, "I'm going to cover the difference, period." The reason why is because who knows what could happen. The appraisal could come in at $50,000 and then you're on the hook for that $70,000. I have seen it where they have attempted to do that, but when the attorneys get a hold of it, they usually say no, put a dollar value on it to protect the buyer, and that quite frankly makes sense. So this is just one way that buyers are, if they can afford it, if they have the money in the bank, this is one way that the buyers are strengthening their offer is by offering this appraisal gap guarantee. If buyers don't have the money in the bank, for sure, then it wouldn't make any sense to make such an offer. Well, hope that helps. Again, this is Greg with eXp. If you have any questions or comments, just shoot me in the link below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to hit the like and subscribe.